Homies, welcome back to Something New Saturday. This Saturday, where I show you some new stuff. Got 3 new things to share with you today. I have the Simon Says Stamp CZ Design stamp set from Stamp Timber. So you've got everything from Happy New Year, I love you, we love you. Here's to a beautiful autumn. I just used that one. Happy fall, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Good all around, all year set. Now I haven't done a sample of this one yet, but this is a die from scrapbook.com called Cozy Wreath. And it cuts the wreath and then a center part. There's a companion set of dies for this to cut individual parts, and I didn't buy it, but I think I'm going to order it. And then we're going to use this lovely bold prints cling stamp from Hero Arts. Isn't that cute? So let's make a card. Now I'm just going to do a really quick ink blend of some colors for fall. I've got mowed lawn and bundled sage to start with. I'm going to get out the old brushes, and I'm not cleaning them off, just whatever is on them is what we're going to use. And this is going to be a little blotchy, but that's okay because I'm going to do the water, you know, throw water at it. So this is mowed lawn. I'm going to go into bundled sage. Now this piece of paper is larger than what I needed because I like to give myself extra room and then trim them down. Okay, so we've got mowed lawn and bundled sage. I'm going to move on to vintage photo. As you know, that's how I roll. I have a little vintage photo. Now we're going to move into some reds. So I've got crackling campfire and barn door. I'm going to start with crackling campfire. Now barn door. Again, I'm not cleaning off the brush. Barn door is such a pretty shade of red. And then next I'm going to add fossilized amber. And then carved pumpkin. If you hear noises, it's the chickens. It's a nice fall day here in Central Florida, so I have the windows open. Humidity's low, so I can finally have some open windows. Now we have carved pumpkin. I'm working on a piece of Neenah Solar White 110 pound cardstock. Now, if you're an expert blender and you want to go in and smooth this out, feel free to do so. I'm not. I'm going to flick some water at it, and I think a little mica stain too. All right, ready for a little water? And then we'll blot. Look at that. Oh, I love it. I love that look. I think I need a little more in the orange section. So I'm going to go dry this, and then we're going to use some Harvest Moon mica stain. All right, let's flick some Harvest Moon over this panel. All right, we'll set that aside to dry and start working on our die cut. All right, so I'm going to cut this out of 110 pound Neenah Solar White, and I'm going to cut it twice. We're going to kind of stack them and offset them. All right, so here we've got our 2 die cuts, and we're going to do some just quick and dirty ink in here. So let's use some mowed lawn. And then we'll move on to some bundled sage. I'm going to use all the same colors on this die cut as I used on the background. So I'll move on to crackling campfire. And we'll add a little lovely barn door. Now a little fossilized amber. I'm going to go ahead and use a big brush for that because it can go over everything. I love fossilized amber. So if it gets in other places, I'm perfectly happy with that. Now we'll go into carved pumpkin. A little happy fall orange going on in here. Let's add dried marigold. Now let's take our vintage photo. All right, we're all inked up. I'm gonna throw a little bit of this mica stain at them. Actually, I might actually spray it. Oh yeah. Okay, we'll let this dry and then continue. Alrighty, so our background panel is dry. And we're gonna stamp this lovely bold print cling stamp in black. And I'm gonna use Raven detail ink from Brutus Monroe. I got this in a Halloween add-on box and I haven't used it yet, so I thought we could try it out today. All right. I'm just gonna leave this right on its backer. Ink up with Raven Detail ink. I like the size of this pad. I want this to be really dark and really black. And this is a pigment ink, so you need to either emboss it or hit it with your heat tool or set it aside to dry. And I'll probably just set it aside to dry because I have enough to do to this card that will give this plenty of time to dry. Right about, I want to get a little bit of the green. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I'm happy with that. All right, let's pop these guys out. Popped out. Now I'm just gonna add a little black here and there. And then we're just gonna layer these right over top of each other. So we have a nice little wreath. I'm gonna use bear glue since there's so much on this paper. Yeah, about there. Isn't that pretty? Here's how our background looks. All right, I'm gonna trim this down to fit an A2 card, 5.5 by 4 1/4. I'm just gonna clean up the edges a little bit. Oh, how pretty. And I've got some to put on the inside, because you know what I say, no naked insides. I'm gonna add the wreath to the card off to the side, and then I'm gonna trim it off. Right about there. All right, so here's what we have so far. I put that paper inside, I just need to trim it off. Now this die set also comes with a centerpiece, or you could just use what popped out. So I'm just gonna use this piece that popped out. I'm going to ink it up with some carved pumpkin and dried marigold. We'll use both. I'm gonna put whatever's left on this brush on here. There we go. And I'm gonna edge the circle with black. Kind of make it stand out a little bit. Grunge it up a little so it shows a little more. So we've got this to go inside the circle. And I'm gonna put a second one behind it so it meets the level of the wreath. Now for our sentiment, here's to a beautiful autumn. I'm gonna stamp it in black onto this green cardstock because I think this goes pretty nicely with this. This one keeps wanting to curve on me and I don't know why. Jet black archival. I'm gonna cut this out with a sentiment strip die. The ones I have are from Photoplay, but you use whatever you got. All right, here's to a beautiful autumn, and I'm just going to glue it down. Let's see, we'll use some of this skinny foam. Put it down partially on the circle and partially off. And now let's add some bling. These are Brutus Monroe sequins from last year. We're just gonna add a few around our sentiment here. Put a red one at the end. It's almost like a punctuation. So this mix has orange, red, and a copper, and they're so pretty. And I think we're done. Alrighty friends, here's my finished card for today. We used a Hero Arts Bold Prints background stamp, a new die from scrapbook.com, a new Kathy Zielski stamp set. And for some reason, this stamp keeps wanting to curve on me. I gotta mess with it a little bit. I don't know why it's acting like that. But we've got some of the paper from the outside on the inside. You know what I like to say, no naked inside. Y'all have a lovely day. Remember, be excellent to each other and go make something. Bye-bye.